It's January 30th and it's been raining today. Today we're going to look at some fungus. And I found a mushroom growing down here. So this fungus is a decomposer, and what it's going to do is it's going to break down these already dead leaves and put the nutrients back in the soil for the trees to use. I don't know what kind of mushroom this is, and some are poisonous, so I'm going to put on a glove to handle it. Alright, let's look at the bottom of it. Okay, fungus is not a plant. It's its own group of organisms, and it does not photosynthesize. It doesn't have any green pigment, it has no chlorophyll. And the way that it feeds is it has these really fine threads called mycelia. These little fine threads, they grow into whatever it's going to be eating, the leaves or these little seed balls that came off the tree. And then there's enzymes on these little root-like things, or little threads called mycelia. And the enzymes digest the nutrients, and then that makes it able to absorb it. So underneath the mushroom, some people call these gills. These are where the spores would form. And the spores would be like a seed for a fungus. That's how it will reproduce. So this is also classified as a saprophyte. A saprophyte is something that eats dead organisms. And so it's a decomposer, and it's specifically a saprophyte. So when I pulled this out, you can't really see any roots of the mycelia. That's how small they are. That's how thin they are. They're thinner than thread, actually. But they're all throughout the ground here. So anyway, we're going to go look around and see what other kind of fungus we have growing around here. We're under an olive tree now. The olives have dropped. Most of the olives have dropped from the tree. And there's some old hay down here on the ground. And we have some different kind of fungus here. And it's not, I wouldn't call it a mushroom, but it is a type of fungus. So it's a saprophyte, and it's feeding on this dead stuff, this dead decaying hay, and possibly some of the mushrooms. Can you get a closer look at this? Let me pull this out. So this is forming like little cups, and it did rain today, so there's a little bit of rain in there. And again, it doesn't have roots. It has the mycelia that have enzymes that are breaking down the matter that it's eating, and so it's going to put the nutrients back into the soil for these other plants, for the photosynthesizing plants to use. So let's look around and see what else. Small mushrooms here. They're dark colored like the dirt. You can see it has the gills underneath where the spores are going to be formed. And again, I pull it out and it just looks like a little stump on the end. There's another one in here. And so where you find one mushroom growing, after a short amount of time you'll probably find more, because the spores, which act like seeds, are going to be dropped right near where the mushrooms are growing, and so other mushrooms will grow in the same area. Right next to each other. There's a mushroom that has a typical cap on top. Then here's this little, I don't know what you'd call that, a little cup. There's another one back here. Pretty weird little mushrooms, or fungus, I guess. Right. So I'll have to look that up and see what fungus decomposer, very important because they put nutrients back into the soil for these autotrophs, the photosynthesizers, to use those nutrients and go back into the food chain. And that's it for today.